Yo, welcome to another episode of the CheckDown. Damn, I just choked for no reason. What the hell just happened there? Yeah. So, welcome to another episode of CheckDown. I'm one of your hosts, Smitty. I'm here with my people, man. What's good? JMIK, NFC East today. I mean, AFC East today, man. How you feeling, bro? You muted. You muted. Oh, they gonna miss it. Unmute yourself.
And I said that whole joint I was muted. My mom bad. Yeah, I mean I'm ready to take y'all to my hood, talk about the Patriots, the Bills, the
You
Dolphins.
taking it to the suburbs today? Okay.
Nah, I mean it can get a little rough in these streets sometimes, man. It can get a little rough sometimes. But yeah, I mean it's gonna be a good time. I mean, I feel as if to me, like all the teams are trying to get better. I mean, like they're all trying to catch the Bills, but I mean, yeah. And
Good, sir.
and we're gonna see what we could do.
What's good, certified?
Hey man, good to be here with my folks, September's, in 4 weeks, man, we gonna get at it.
Pop, what's good with you?
I'm chilling. Glad to be back with the people.
And to our special guest, June, what's good, bro? You gotta unmute. Mystic, what's good with you? Appreciate you for tapping in with us today, bro.
Hey, what's going on, guys? No, I appreciate y'all for having me on.
Hey man, yeah, appreciate you showing up for your squad, brother.
Absolutely.
Yeah, man. Today, man, AFC East. I don't know what's going on with June. He'll get it right in a second. He'll realize.
You know what, Smitty?
I'm here.
There you go.
I'm
There
here.
you go.
Go ahead, June.
What's going on?
Uh, Nothing much.
Yeah, AFC East, man. We got the Jets, Dolphins, obviously Patriots every week here. So, we're gonna get into it, man. We're gonna get it popping.
Smitty.
But first, before we get into anything, man, I want to say prayers to the young man Morris that got hurt last night, man. He is stable in good condition, but prayers for him, man, because you could be here one second, be gone the next. So it's a scary situation.
Sure,
Yeah.
Prayers to all y'all teams, man. Every team that tap in with us weekly, man. All 32 of y'all, man. It's prayers for your team. We don't want to see any injuries. We want to see everybody, healthy and moving forward. So shout out to y'all. But the AFC East, man, sticky situation, man. Y'all been letting that Canada team run the division for a little minute, man. I don't know what y'all gonna do, bro.
Smitty, I don't mean to cut you off, brother, but I just wanted to I know that the audience is watching and like, man, we see the Dolphins representative and then we got a Jets representative. And then in New England, right? And then it's like the Bills when it's empty. And you probably like why? And it's just it's culture. Like that trophy case is empty. So, they leave seats empty too. You know what I'm saying? So it's like don't be surprised. This is what they do. Go ahead, Smitty. I just wanted to clear that up for people. Confused, man. They be confused like what's going on. You understand what I'm saying? I listen, man. Hey, I'm here for the people. You understand what I'm saying? That's all.
Yeah, man. It's interesting situation, man. But when you 4 times in a row, you know what I mean, and you still moving slow, you know what I mean? You can't
Hey,
get it
man.
together.
Listen, man. When you in a division full of storied franchises and you're a historical loser, it might be a little intimidating sometimes. You understand what I'm saying? Oh, my mic.
I
I'm
love
sorry.
it.
My mic was on. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
I
say
love
that. I'm sorry.
But uh hey man, is y'all gonna change that this year? It's 3 of y'all here. Y'all gonna tell me like, what I mean, it's gonna be a change, it's gonna be a fight, is it gonna be closer? Like is it gonna come down to the last game of the season? I mean, somebody tell me
I don't
something, man.
anticipate them clinching the division by week 10 or 11 like they did. I think it was week 11 or 12 like they did last year. I don't think that's gonna happen. Personally, I mean, I still think they're gonna win it, but I think it's gonna be a lot more tight. I mean, like people like. I mean, to me, the Patriots obviously, like, we added a lot in the draft free agency. I mean, like, honestly, like, I think people like with the Dolphins, like, I think people done bet their money on the Dolphins before, and they don't want to get caught. I mean, like holding the bag, to say. But I mean, to me, like the Dolphins defense, I feel, but obviously the secondary is hurt. But I feel as if the Dolphins are still going to be good, man. I mean, like Tua is not a bad quarterback, man. He's a good quarterback. They got good weapons. Their front four is good. So I like people that's forecasting them winning 4, 5, 6 games. I mean, shit sound crazy to me.
Now look, I gotta say, and it's crazy because I'm actually defending your team. Miami locker room is in shambles. It's only a matter of time before they implode. Did you see the fight between two players? I mean, come on, like the team is.
It's like a joint
shambles. I wouldn't say shambles when then you had Mika Fitzpatrick come out after that situation and basically say that when you hold guys to a standard, sometimes that can get confrontational. We got Jordan Brooks out there calling a dude out. Hey, this is what you need to be. He didn't like it. They got into it. Mika Fitzpatrick's backing him in that. Like they're trying to set a standard down there and hold people to that.
Now, if that's true, then the reason why I say that's not true because if you hold somebody to a standard, then the minute a player last season quits on the team and won't go back into the game and then goes straight to the cameras and say, "Get me up out of here," he would have been off that team immediately. Any other team in the league, except for the Dolphins, because McDaniel is not that type of coach. He's a player coach, and that was one of the gripes that Jalen Ramsey had. People get treated, everybody gets treated.
Offensively, I agree with you. There's definitely something going on between Tua and Tyreek. I'm not going to give the dude any excuses. He's late to practices, this and that, not showing up. You're one of the highest paid players. You need to be, first in, last out type shit, and that's just not what's showing up with Tyreek. So to that, I can't tell you much more than that. Like, I'm not going to give the dude any outs. Tua, to Jay's point in the sense of he's a good quarterback, but we got to see the dude get out of September. Unfortunately, being a Miami fan, there's a realistic stat, and it's trash. There's like an 80% chance that the dude doesn't get out of September, and that's a real stat. That's insane. You shouldn't be talking about that. Like if the dude makes it through, yeah. Like the one season that he played every game, we had a number 1 offense. So I guess that's the asterisk or what do you want to say, but. I don't know. To that offense, yeah, something has to be done with Tyreek Hill. I mean, the dude all of a sudden has an injury, wasn't at the joint practices with Chicago yesterday. Like, he was there, but was in street clothes as if he's all hurt, but yet he's helped breaking up a fight. So, I don't know. Something needs to be fixed with Tyreek 100%.
All
right, quick question.
I think he's taking advantage.
Hold on. Let me ask a question. So, do you think bringing a guy like Terry McLaurin, who's kind of loyal to the soil, who kind of stay out the way, do you think that will implode some type of standard where like, hey, look, no matter who you is, we can get you out of here?
100%. And there's the big thing with people in the community with Terry McLaurin is we have the kind of financial reset of you don't have a whole lot of money past 26 right now on the books for Miami. So if you bring Terry in, you obviously have to pay him. That might mess up that situation. But overall, the player, I would love to have Terry McLaurin, the player, the leader in the locker room, the dude who's going to come in, put his head down, learn the playbook, and do what needs to be done. That's exactly what Miami needs in their locker room in the wide receiver corps.
Yeah. I don't know, man. It seemed like, obviously when you got that type of problem, man, you want to move people, but it's also, he has been a big part of your offense for the past few years. You know what I mean? He's been a great help, a great contributor. So it ain't easy to just be like, hey, I'm gonna move off of him. I get where y'all at though, in a sense. You know what I mean?
I mean, but first, like,
you can't let him be canceled locker room. Sorry, go ahead, man.
No. I was about to say, like, if I was the Dolphins, and the Commanders were willing to do the deal, I would seriously consider it though, because like Tyreek's like he's a speed guy, but I mean like Terry's not really a speed guy, but I mean like Terry will give you different things that Tyreek don't really do for you guys. So I mean, but if you guys really want to get Tyreek out of there, I mean, I would definitely consider it.
I mean, he not a speed guy like Tyreek, but
he got wheels.
Yeah. But I think the difference is when you talk about Terry's speed and you talk about Tyree, like you know what I mean, like Tyree got world class speed.
It's completely.
I mean, the boy fast. And I mean, like the crazy thing for us is, I mean, like when we play Tyreek don't really kill us. It'd be Jaden Waddle. I mean, yeah, like Waddle be murdering us. Like you know, like I mean, the day that they drafted Waddle, he been murdering us like twice a season. Like this shit crazy.
Now, JMIK, I gotta ask you the question. You feel comfortable having someone like Tyreek in the locker room with your young quarterback?
I mean, Jaden a little different, man. Like Jaden not your typical young quarterback either. Like he's 25 years old. Like he's not like Drake, where you know he's 22 and Drake ain't start all 17 games. Like if we talk about the Patriots, then I wouldn't want Tyreek Hill playing with Drake May because I don't believe that's going to be good for Drake. And I mean, Tyreek not a bad guy. I don't even like honestly, I've never disliked Tyreek, even when he played for the Chiefs, even when he played for the Dolphins. Like he's a bona fide star in his league. He's a very explosive player. But in my situation, like we're not in the championship window, so I wouldn't trade for Tyreek right now.
I just wouldn't. I wouldn't pair him up with a young quarterback. I wouldn't. I think that.
I agree with that. Yeah.
I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't do it.
And I feel where you're coming from.
Yeah, like
because I tell you,
everywhere.
I don't know. I wouldn't even say that because I wouldn't pay that motherfucker up with Rodgers either.
Really? Honestly, you're right.
I mean, I ain't gonna say no to it. I'll think about it, but I ain't gonna jump at it. I don't know, man. Tyreek, bro. I don't know what's going on with him, bro.
It's mental. What is it? CET, ECT, or CTE, or BET, whatever it is. BET, I don't know.
That nigga said CET.
I mean, but you gotta remember, like he always been like that, though. He was like that with the Chiefs. It's just like the Chiefs.
That's what I'm saying.
You know what?
He's not a different person.
Grinch say that shit all the time.
Yeah, he's the same guy. He didn't change. It's just he went from one location to another. And I mean, let's just face it. Like KC, and I mean, no disrespect to KC, but that's not a big media market, bro. Like Miami's a big media market, so everything you do, they're gonna report on it. Like maybe in KC, you might be able to brush some of that stuff under the rug, and people won't find out about it. But in Miami, that shit ain't happening. It's just not.
Yeah, he gotta learn how to leave the hoes alone. I say because they be them hoes be running him ragged, dog. Like he don't know how to act, bro.
Yo. Ragged.
Yeah.
Ragged.
I mean, but to be truthful, he not the only man in this world with that issue. So I'm not gonna hate on him too much for that.
You know what it comes from, right? It comes from being in high school, whatnot, and you're not really getting too much play from girls or whatever. Then once you get the money, now everybody wants you, and they just don't know how to act.
Mm.
If anything, I don't know if the NFL has a program, but they should have a program that have like former players mentor these dudes. Like, yo, look, chill.
But I guess since we're talking about the Dolphins, man, what's your expectations of like, some of your weaker positions? What do you expect to see improve going into this next upcoming season, Mystic?
So, I mean, kind of, to the point, JMIK over here, he kind of hit it. It's the secondary in the sense of the corners is definitely kind of the question mark, if you ask me. I think Storm Duck is probably going to be the guy you see emerge to be one of those long-term starters at the corner position for Miami. He's kind of definitely stepped up his game from last year to this year already. I expect to see big things from the front seven. I think that's definitely going to be the strong point of the team. I am concerned about the depth of the offensive line. But I want to see wide receivers behind Waddle and Hill. I want to see more Malik Washington. I want to see more Taj Washington.
Didn't y'all lose somebody in your offensive line? Like they retired or some shit?
Well, yeah. So Armstead retired.
Oh, yeah. Armstead. Terran.
Yep, we had drafted Patrick Paul last year, and he's looking pretty good this year. I mean, literally, strong camp, had like a slow start yesterday in the joint practice with Chicago, but then kind of held his own from what I can hear. And then that I'm not gonna be able to pronounce his last name. I'm gonna try. Jonah Saivanaya, I believe, the guard that we did. That left side, we had a slow start to what we were doing there, and we were able to just kind of get some chunk run plays behind that left side. So that kind of intrigues me to a certified's point. You get a left tackle like Teron Armstead retiring, you're supposed to have a hole over there. I don't think that's going to be the case. I'm more concerned about my right tackle. Austin Jackson's hurt again. Might hopefully be ready for week 1 type shit. So holes here and there. I mean, we'll just kind of have to.
Let me ask you about Phillips. How's he coming along?
He looks good. Looks explosive, but if you ask me, Chop's still doing, being good. Chop Robinson, I'm kind of still concerned if he can be more than just a speed guy, but he has some power to him. Bradley Chubb looks like he's coming back strong, in my opinion, has that burst, maybe a little more than Phillips. Maybe he has something to prove, I don't know, but I feel like we're kind of seeing him turn some heads a little more than Phillips.
So no setbacks and nothing. He should be there week 1.
They're all out there practicing.
Okay, all right.
They're there.
I hope so, man. Because when I found out that the ACL and the Achilles was on the same leg, I was like, "Damn, bro, that's a hell of a hill to climb right there."
Yeah, they're out there. Like I said, they got some explosion to them. I'm curious to see if they're gonna do. I like the linebackers though. Jordan Brooks, you know him. Used to see him in Seattle. I don't know how we managed to nab him last year, but it's nice to see him and what he brings. And then Willie Gay Jr. He's been kind of flashing all over camp. Kind of curious to see where we utilize him, honestly. I really think that's a strong addition to that linebacking core.
Yeah, I mean, like the crazy thing with the Dolphins, what you just talked about was in the draft last year, I wanted the Patriots to draft Patrick Parker. We have serious needs at like offensive linemen. So y'all stole them from us last year. And then this year, you trade right in front of us in the second round to when we take the guard that everybody, like the reports came out that Vrabel was going to draft that guard. And you guys traded right in front of us and took him from us. But I ain't too mad. We did draft trade Trey instead. So I ain't too pressed about it. But Dolphin wise, so like, so when I look at the Dolphins, I said this earlier, like I think your front front seven is going to be really good. Like I don't have any concerns about the front seven. I think the secondary might have its issues. And you got, I believe you signed my guy Jack Jones from the Raiders, who we drafted initially. I got great appreciation for him, man. Like he's a really good corner. My issue with him is he definitely gets caught on like the double moves. Like that's something that even when we drafted him, like that's what he's gonna get caught on. That happened with the Raiders as well. But my question is more geared towards offense. So like Tyreek had a down year, but we expect Tyreek to bounce back. Waddle's a great number 2 option. Like some people even say he might be like the best number 2 option in the league. You go with him or Smitty or T. Higgins or whatnot. My question for you is in the backfield. So like, what are you looking for in your backfield? Because you guys essentially got about 3 or 4 running backs, and I'm kind of wondering like, what is the split going to be?
So I think they're kind of trying to figure that out. What I'd like to see, obviously, Achan's going to get his touches. You have to get that guy the ball in space, and he's one cut potential home run guy. Like that's just a given. Behind that, Jalen Wright, they didn't use him a whole lot as a rookie last year. I'm not quite sure why. He's really a downhill runner. But we got Alexander Madison.
Yeah,
I think he's kind of having some fumble problems right now. And if dude can't hold on to the ball, he's not going to make the field.
Hey, Mystic, we got a little static in your connection.
Yeah, hang on. How's that?
Say something.
Good.
Keep going.
Yeah.
Cool. Behind, so obviously, I think Madison is going to have to kind of figure out if he can get his fumble issues taken care of. But I want to see what Ollie Gordon has. He's a big guy, soft hands, and very good pass protection guy. I want to see a lot of Achane, Ollie Gordon. I think we're probably going to get Achane, Jalen Wright to start. But Mike McDaniel's a guy, you give him a stable, he's going to find a way to use those guys. I'm sure a certified kid, to my point, agree with this in the sense of when he was in San Francisco, they were always using running backs. They always had they were feeding.
Hey man, I can't wait to get Mike McDaniel back.
Hey,
So listen, you my good brother, and I hope you're successful in the future. But right now, I want my offensive coordinator back.
Funny enough, this week I was talking to my brother about it, and he's like, the best part about Mike McDaniel is when he was the gremlin under Kyle Shanahan's desk, calling the run plays. So trust me, my brother wants him back too. But I said, no, we got to have some Mike McDaniel success this year.
Yeah, I mean, the thing with Ollie Gordon to me was like, I mean, for the last couple of years, like I really like Ollie. Like I think Ollie just had a bad season. I mean, he's had a couple seasons where he was kind of nicked up a little bit. And I mean, when you look at his team, I believe he played for like Oklahoma State, and I mean, the whole offense wasn't good. Like, so I like, so I mean, like the year prior he had a really good year, and like a lot of people were expecting big things, and they had a down year, and like people were just down on him in the draft process. And I think, honestly speaking, like when it comes to running backs, like he was the steal of the draft to me. That's just the way I felt. So
I think it was the fact that he just had a bad workout that kind of dropped his stock. In addition to the bad year he had, that's why he kept falling farther than I thought he would go. Honestly.
Yeah. I mean, but yeah, I mean, like it's fortunate that like he landed with a team where he don't got to play right away. So I mean, he's probably gonna get snaps because I mean he he gives you guys like a different element in the backfield because I mean you guys got that speed element, with Achane and Wright, but I mean like Ollie give you that different, like that more that more power option. So yeah,
that's what I'm excited for. Is exactly that. You get some of that between the tackles, downhill running, not have to go outside to get to the speed, just running through some guys.
Yeah.
Thank you. But all right, so damn, I want to ask a question about somebody, but I forgot.
So I got another question right for you.
Yeah, go ahead, because I can even think.
Right. So I mean, everybody knows, like it's become common knowledge that obviously like the Bills have won a division the last 4 years. The Dolphins have struggled with if you look at the division over the last 3-4 years, the Dolphins have struggled with the Bills even more than the Patriots or the Jets. So like, what do you think your team has to do to be able to turn that around? Because I think you guys have only beaten Josh Allen and the Bills 2 times in the last 3-4 years. So like, how are you how can you guys turn that around?
Oh man, I think that's the $1 million question, man. I really do. I've always seen Josh Allen even coming in as a rookie, and always seen like this dude who just you can see he has it all and can do it all. And I mean, when you have, I don't know what it's going to take, man. I really don't. I mean, we had that, like I said, had that number 1 offense that year. Things still fell apart, and I mean, we couldn't take care of it then. We had a number 1 offense. We had a top 10 scoring defense last year. Give it, we didn't have, the edges, whatever, no excuses. But there's time we have things that we want, and the dude still finds ways to make plays happen and take advantage of it. Like the one time we beat Josh Allen here recently, to my knowledge, was when it was in Miami, and it was like 100-some degrees, and the final score was 21-19, but they literally had like 60 offensive plays. Like it's almost like he's just the kryptonite of the Miami Dolphins right now. Kind of like, what Tom Brady was to the Bills. It's kind of that grow up moment. They got beat for years and years and years, and then finally they're like, hey, we're going to run this thing for a minute now. I don't know when that moment's going to be, but that's what Miami has to do. They have to step up and say, hey, we're no longer the little brother anymore. It's time for us to show that we're for real.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you because I mean, like the Jets have found, like I think the Jets have beaten them a couple times the last couple years. But it's funny because it seems like I mean, when you look at the division, like a lot of teams can't go up to Buffalo and beat them. Like most of the time when Buffalo loses to the Dolphins or to the Jets or even to the Patriots, it's like it's when they have to travel to when they're on the road. but I mean, like, I guess it's to be expected. Like the Bills are a good home team. I mean, like they didn't lose a home game last year, so I mean, like that's one of the reasons. I mean, like let's just face it, going up to Buffalo is not exactly an easy place to play. Like, I mean, like say you don't go up there later in the year, say you go up there in September, October, it's still, you know, I mean, like there's still gonna be like weather elements. Like it might not be snow, but it might be wind. You know, I mean, so it's just situations like that. Like, you know, I mean, like they're at the top of the hill right now. Like I'm not afraid to say it or whatever. You know, it is what it is. I mean, like they got the best team in the division. So, I mean, like it's our job to, you know, I mean, to build our rosters up and, you know, challenge them. I mean, like we can't let them have an easy road to the division every year. I mean, pretty much so.
No, I agree, man, entirely. I'm not going to say it's our year at all because I don't 100% believe in the roster that we have. I'm kind of curving my expectations. I think Miami and New England are closer together than what a lot of people think. Just because Mike Vrabel knows how to beat Mike McDaniel. He showed that, and then people are gonna ridicule me for saying this because I have had people say, "Well, it's on paper, and he's got to establish his stuff and this and that." He's established that he can beat us and knows how to just stop our offense. That much he's already solidified. He knows how to do it, and you guys have good corners to match up with the wide receivers. So I think that's going to be a very close matchup this year, and I think whoever gets out of those matchups kind of, you know, not hurting each other too much is going to have a shot at the Bills. But I still think it's, you know, the Bills will lose in my opinion.
Yeah, I mean, I agree with you. I mean, to me, for my squad, like I feel like we're a year away from contending for the division. Like you know, I mean, people got a lot of high hopes for us. Like a lot of people got us sleepers in the conference. A lot of people got us making the playoffs, and I mean that's all good and well. But like, the thing is, I know my team. Like we still have some deficiencies on the roster in certain places. But I mean, yeah, like we won 4 games the last 2 years in a row. I expect us to be better than that. Like I expect us. I mean, like I'm not saying we're gonna win 12 games, but like I said, like if we don't at least, I've said this all off season on this pod. If we don't win 7 games, like I'm looking at Mike Vrabel differently because our schedule's not that hard, and I don't love to go off a strength of schedule like at this time of the year because to me it don't really mean nothing. But some of them teams,
that ain't what your fan base told me in the space.
Say what?
I said that ain't what your fan base told me in the space.
I mean, my fan base and what I say is 2 different things.
They jumped off the top rope. They said minimum 10. They said minimum 10. I said, huh? Yeah, bro. You don't.
Damn, they're on top rope.
Top rope. I mean, that's how the fans be on Twitter, man.
Oh shit! I'm fucking with you. Shit, you know I know.
Games, he said if you win less than 9 games, he want him out the building.
Yeah.
God damn, 9.
I mean, but it's funny because like how I'm talking about the Dolphins and Josh Allen, we got our own problem. Like we have not beaten Tua at all. And the thing is, we beaten the Dolphins. It's just not what he's been playing.
Oh, not Tua.
Listen,
damn.
How long Tua been in the start? I just stat a couple days ago.
5 years.
Tua is 13-0 against
they only
Patriots
played him like
and
6
Jets.
times or something like that, though.
Yeah.
Now, if I told you that, you would have thought you would swear up and down that Miami been running shit.
Yeah.
He's 13-0 against the Jets and Patriots.
Yeah. So I mean, like Tua, so yeah, like that's the thing is like we got our own issues inside the division. Like we have not been able to beat Tua. Like I'm trying to get away from that. We ain't
never knew that
narrative. So we got to do that. And I mean, Vrabel has shown the propensity to beat. You know, I mean the Dolphins, but I'm in a similar situation as Mystic. Like I'm in a situation where you got to show and prove me that we can beat Tua. Like, and I mean, until we do that, it's like, what am I going to say to the Dolphins? Like, we ain't beat their starting quarterback. Like, and I mean, personally, like, I got a lot of respect for Tua. I don't think Tua is this terrible quarterback. Like, you know, I mean, some people carry on, and I mean, like, he has his deficiencies, but I mean, but there are things that he does, at a very high level. And you know, I mean, so just for that, like, I got to give him his respect for that. So I mean, so yeah, like my team got to, you know, they got to go ahead and step up and beat Tua. And I mean, like we got a week 2 matchup in Miami, and even with Tom Brady, like we necessarily didn't play great in Miami all the time. So I mean, like we're gonna have our issues going to Miami week 2 and winning. And I mean, I'm gonna be transparent. I don't have that as a game that we're gonna win. I mean, I do think we're gonna split with them, but I mean, like I said, like us going to Miami, it's just never been a good situation for us. Never. And I'm talking about post Brady, during Brady, pre Brady. Like we just don't play good down there.
To your point there, I love it. Tom Brady throwing shade at the Jets yesterday with his statue. And it's funny too. He also gives Miami the respect as one of the hardest defenses he ever played. So I enjoy that.
I mean, like, yeah, but like, so like, I mean, just turning the page back and looking at the past, like the Dolphins defense is like, I mean, like Zach, like Zach was a hell of a linebacker, man. Like I used to hate to play against him. I mean, him and like Taylor, Taylor coming off the edge, like every year, like even when I had Brady, every year I had to face the Dolphins. I'm like, man, these bastards. I'm like, the defense was always good. So, but yeah, I mean, like I said, we've always struggled in Miami. Like we gotta, we're a lot like the Dolphins when it comes to the Bills, but it's like that for us with the Dolphins. We got to show people that we can beat the Dolphins when Tua plays. And I mean, until we do that, like inside the division, like we're not going to be a serious contender. So.
No, I agree with that. That was kind of to my point is I think definitely week 2, the Heat 12 o'clock game, definitely going to be one of those tough games right out the gate. I definitely think later in the season, that's going to be when you guys probably get us. You'll be, more established, more chemistry to go in. It'll be a harder matchup late in the season for sure.
Yeah. So, I mean, so I guess I have one more question. Like, so when it comes to the Dolphins, like, I mean, like we touched on it with like McDaniels. So I mean, do you feel like if McDaniels doesn't make the playoffs and doesn't win a playoff game, I mean, he pretty much gone?
So I like Mike McDaniel. A lot of people don't like his wordplay and this and that and the garbage of his interviews, but he's taken us to the playoffs, 3 of the 4 years he's been here?
Yeah.
Sometimes he doesn't have a starting quarterback. Sometimes he has to deal with the backup quarterbacks. He's still finding ways to win games to get us to the moment. It's not our fault that our franchise guy that we paid all this money can't be there for us.
That's true.
Like it's. Let me ask you a question. If you had your offensive play caller setting up your 1A, 1B, Jalen Waddle gets him lined up on a linebacker, you like that matchup, right?
Yeah, I mean, I would personally love it.
So, is it Mike McDaniel's fault that his quarterback misses that 2 or 3 times in one game?
I mean, so what I love to say in like sports conversations is like the coaches coach and the players play. Like the coaches can only put you in a position if the coaches get you your wide receiver 2 on, with a matchup on the linebacker. I mean, it's on the players. Like it's on the receiver to win, and it's on the quarterback to get him the ball in a place where he can catch the football. So
100%.
I mean, so I get it. Like we love to blame coaches, in a lot of different situations, but they're not in between the lines. Like the players got to play, and so you got to put. There's always going to be blame for the coaches. Not to say that there isn't, but you got to blame the players because the players don't execute. I mean, it doesn't matter what the coach calls.
Exactly. Mike McDaniel also came in and took a quarterback that everyone said that they didn't want. Brian Flores didn't want. He wasn't going to be good. Came in and turned him into a number 1 offense quarterback. I full-heartedly believe Mike McDaniel can definitely help Miami get it done and get the 26-year drought of winning a playoff game off our back. But what do I know? I see him making the right calls. I see him calling the good plays. I see him putting us in positions to win. Again, it's up to the players to execute at a high level.
I got a question. So, if there was one position you could address going into this next week of training camp, which position would it be for you?
I want a corner.
Yeah, that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense, actually.
I'm telling people I want to take a risk on Asante Samuel Jr.
Yeah, he is.
I want the same risk. Chill out, Mystic. Hold on. Wait. Matter of fact, I can send you 2 cornerbacks, and you can figure out if any one of them work. You let me find out if Asante is injured or not. You know what I mean? We can work together on it.
He's still what, 20? He's 26?
25, I think 24, 25, 26, something like that.
Yeah, see, he's still down there, pretty much getting into his prime. If he's healthy and you can keep him healthy.
22-year-old. I can see you right now.
Man,
I got one too. His name's Cam Smith. You want him?
Nah, I seen you Keely Ringo though. I keep him up out of here. Hey, matter of fact, I'll send his partner with him. I'll send you a Dory Jackson with him. Then you could, you could pair them up. They could split the reps.
Oh, at that point, I might as well just go get Stephon Gilmore.
God.
I mean, Stephon is still sitting out there, though, surprisingly, though.
My fan base like, bro, we got to go get Stephon. I'm like, bro, chill out. Come on.
I mean, Stephon can still play, though. Like, he just can't be your CB1, but he's fully capable of playing, though.
Yeah, absolutely. I want him as if I needed him, it'd be more depth than anything else. Hey, OJB, chill, gang, chill. Yes, I do. I don't have a quarterback too, gang. Y'all trying to cook me. Y'all didn't see what happened to the Keely Ringo.
I mean, we seen what happened in the Super Bowl, though. That's what we seen.
What? You seen us win a Super Bowl?
Yeah.
Yeah, but that was with a whole other team. This ain't the same team. This is a different team.
I mean, the team is still damn good, bro.
Yeah, it is. But cornerback too. Well, Ja'Cory Bennett started today, so I'm a little bit excited about that. But all right, June. Obviously, you got the people sitting on the front steps, man, wondering what Justin Fields and things gonna do with this offense. Obviously, a new regime comes in, you know, new head coach, new coordinators. You know, you flipping the culture, as people would say. What's your expectations going into this season for your quarterback and your new head coach?
Honestly, I have no expectations, man. This season to me is all about evaluation and setting the culture. That's it. We had the wrong type of culture for many years, which is the reason why we couldn't even get above 500. So I want him to just insert his culture and just evaluate who's going to be on his roster for next year.
What type of culture are you looking for? Like, what things do you want the team to showcase that it's the culture that you're wanting?
I want games to be competitive. I want discipline. Enough with the old pre-snap penalties and offsides. And this team has led the league for, like, I want to say, the whole time that Salah's been here in penalties. Led the league. So there was no discipline. And you could tell it's a change in culture because now, all through camp, Aaron Glenn has brought referees. We've used referees at camp, at practice.
And you guys have never used referees before?
We never used it. Well, Salah has never used it.
Damn, that's kind of crazy.
Listen, Salah's done a lot of things that if you found out, you'd be like, that's kind of crazy. We never practiced tackling. It's crazy. We was one of the worst teams at tackling, and he never practiced it.
Yeah, I'm just surprised to hear you guys have never used referees, because I know like Bill Belichick did that. And I mean, Gerard Mayo, who was a first-time head coach, even he was doing that last year. That's surprising. I didn't expect to hear that.
So what things out of camp, because you're talking about Salah and what he didn't do, but I think you did make some notes of things that you heard from camp that you're liking. What else have you been hearing that you're liking in regards to the team moving in a positive direction?
Well, first of all, it's quiet, and this is the first time. I mean, anytime you mention the Jets, is never quiet in camp. There's always some storyline going on, something going on, somebody missing practice, going to Egypt. It's all types of crazy shit. But for the first time ever, it's quiet. We're just balling. That's it. He's making everything competitive. and the most important thing that Aaron Glenn is that he's focusing on, that Salah never ever did, was holding players accountable. That's the big thing.
I mean, coaching wise, I mean, you always got to hold your players accountable. So I mean, you told us, I mean, like what your expectations are in terms of like, like the coaches, the coaching.
He said zero. Shit.
But so I mean, like he's a defensive coach, right? And so I mean, like you guys got good pieces on that side of the football. So what are your expectations of your defense going into the season?
I think I'm gonna be honest with you. I think we will be top 10 as far as in pass defense, but in rushing defense, I mean, we was one of the worst teams last year in rushing defense, and I think that it might improve a little bit, but I don't think it'll improve. I don't think it will improve that much. I really don't. That's just me being honest.
Okay.
I
mean, like I said, you guys got good pieces. I mean, you got Sauce at CB1, and you have like the Williams brothers. You have Quentin and his brother. I mean, and you got like the Sherlock kid who had a bunch of tackles last year. I mean, and who you guys resigned. And you got some potential on the edges as well. So I mean, like I said, like you guys got some good pieces. I mean, I don't see why you guys can't return to the form that you were at in terms of defense over not last year, but like the year before that and like the year before that.
I mean, even when we was a top 10 defense, people don't realize that we were still not good against the run. We just wasn't. The last time we was actually decent against the run was probably 2 or 3 years ago.
Well, yeah, I think it was that year that you guys. I thought it was that year where like Zach was the quarterback and you guys started off the season with like 6-2 or 6-3 or something like that.
Yeah, like 3 years ago.
Yeah, yeah.
That was the last time.
Yeah, I mean, like jet wise, I mean, like when I look at the Jets, like I do like their defense. Like I think their defense is going to be really good. It's just you have the problem with the NFL and football is you can have the best defense you want, but if you can't score points,
exactly.
I mean, and you can't, you can't hold on to the football. You can't have long drives during the game. It's gonna tire the defense out. And unfortunately, that's kind of what I see is gonna happen to the Jets this year. Like I don't like, I've heard the talk of the Justin Fields, and I just point to the fact that Justin, and the thing is, just full transparency, come out to the draft. I wanted the Patriots to draft him instead of drafting Mac Jones in full trans. I never wanted Mac Jones. I wanted if Justin Fields was there, like, I would have been glad to take him. But the problem with Justin to me is just like his consistency as a passer. And I mean, he was on the Bears and it didn't work out. He went to the Steelers, tried him out for 6 games, and then once Russ was healthy again, like they put him back on the bench. And even when Russ was struggling, they never thought to put him back in the game. So I mean, my question to you is like Justin Fields, like what are you expecting out of Justin Fields this year?
Well, this will be Justin Fields' last opportunity to be a starting quarterback in the NFL. If he doesn't live up to expectations, then from here on out, anytime you see Justin Fields, he will be a backup on some other team. And like to your point with the whole Mac Jones thing, I don't think Mac Jones fell off. I think what happened with Mac Jones is that he lost Josh McDaniels. Because with Josh McDaniels, he was a Pro Bowler, am I right? And he went to the playoffs.
I mean, he was an alternate Pro Bowler, yeah.
Hey, he got the nod.
He didn't get voted in initially, man. But I mean, like Mac Jones, like I just didn't like him because Mac Jones to me, he got to be a point guard, bro. Like he, he doesn't have like certain, certain talents, like like arm talent. I mean, he's a pretty accurate passer for the most part if you give him time to throw, but he doesn't have the physical attributes of some of the other quarterbacks in the league. So it's like I said, he got to be a point guard. Like, when he got drafted, probably the best team for him to get drafted to was the 49ers. Because they had a bunch of talent on that team. He would just have to distribute the football. But the problem with the Patriots at the time, or even now, like we've never been known for having a whole bunch of weapons. And so, like, you're asking him to be a superhero, and that's just not that's just he's not going to succeed in that role. And so, like, that's why, yeah, I mean, like, the thing is with Josh, he was okay. Like, and here's the mistake some people make. Half the year he was really good. The second half of the year, defenses, started to figure us out, and that's why we had to become such a run-heavy team. So, the thing is, I don't got nothing against Mac Jones. Like, Mac Jones, in the right situation, I mean, he can work. But, I mean, our situation was just not right for him.
Same question I have for Mystic, man. If you could, address one position on your team going into this next week of camp, which position it would be and why? Junior, you there? I think he having a little technical difficulties at the moment.
Yeah. So I'm gonna ask Mick. What you saw yesterday that gives you like a good outlook for your team?
Okay, so I mean, for me, like in our preseason game, like I mean, like what I saw. First off, I mean, like Will Campbell, for like all the talk of him having short arms and a short wingspan and all this. I mean, like the kid played well, man. He didn't. I think he might have gave up a couple pressures, um, and so I mean, so for the most part, and I mean, pass protection, he was good. I mean, not like run blocking, like I mean, kid is a demon at run blocking. Like I mean, like he really gets downhill, and like he gives us the opportunity to be able to pull him as a tackle, which a lot of tackles aren't able to do. So I was really happy with him. Jared Wilson, who's looking like he's going to be our starting left guard. He played pretty well for the most part. I think he might have gave up one or two pressures as well. I think on the play that Drake May fumbled, um, the Commanders had used like a twist of philosophy, and they kind of got Jared and I mean Will Campbell with that. I mean, like they're both rookies. I mean, they're going to need to work on that communication. But realistically, for me on offensive line, the guy that I was most impressed with was our 6th round draft pick. Name is escaping me right now. I think his name is like Marcus. Hold on, let's pull up my depth chart real quick. Yeah, I mean, Marcus Bryant, right? So I mean, we drafted him out of Missouri. So I mean, he was the other tackle that played with like Membu at Missouri, and so he's in a camp battle for our swing tackle. He played really well. I mean, last night. And so I mean that's something I'm happy about. I mean, like we actually are gonna actually get some like offensive line depth. Which I mean, like we literally had one of the worst offensive lines in football last year. Like I think against the pass, I mean, pass blocking we were 32nd, and I think run blocking we were bottom third of the league. I don't know the exact number either, but yeah. So it's like to be able to draft Will Campbell and see him playing well, to be able to draft Jared Wilson out of Georgia, my guy, he's playing well, and then also add a 6th round pick out of Missouri, Marcus Bryant, who has the capability of like being on swing tackle. And he played. I mean, he played both left tackle and right tackle last night, and he did a good job with both. So I mean, that's got me pretty and pretty happy for the most part. So,
What about Trevion Henderson? Where do you expect him to kind of land in your depth chart?
I mean, Trevion's gonna. So here's the thing, like Trevion's, like. So I mean, full transparency, like every mock draft I did, I drafted a kid in the 2nd round. Like I wanted to draft him. Like so we drafted the guy that I wanted. To me though, like if you look at his days at Ohio State, he can't be your lead back because like the years that he was the lead back with Ohio State, he got hurt. So I think people are kind of getting ahead of themselves, thinking that like he's gonna get 30 carries a game. Like that's just not what it's gonna be. And I mean, to me, Mondre is still going to be the starter, but I think it's going to be like I don't want to say it's going to be 50-50. I mean, but I think it could be like 65-35 or maybe 70-30. Like I think Trey going to get a lot of playing time throughout the year. I mean, but you kind of keep him on the snap count so that he doesn't get hurt. And and oppositely, the same work for Mondre. Mondre got a fumbling problem, and so like I mean, like the more workload you give Mondre, the worse the fumbles get. So I think it's going to be sort of like a yin and yang situation. Like I think they're both going to help each other out. In terms of Trey staying healthy and in terms of Mondre, his workload not being so heavy that he's not having a lot of fumbles throughout the season. So, but yeah, Trey's the guy that I love. I mean, he's literally the best back in like pass protection. So,
I think just utilizing him, to your point, just utilizing him in key moments. Just like kind of what I said with Achane. You don't want to give Achane a whole bunch of 30 touches a game. Dude's too small for that, in my opinion. Just utilizing him in key situations, whether it's a 3rd down, whatever. You want to get just some touches, swing pass stuff, whatever. That kid showed last night. If you give him the ball, he can make some plays.
Yeah. I mean, and that's something that I already knew. Like, if you watch him at Ohio State, like his burst is crazy. I mean, like his speed is crazy. I mean, but it's just like you said, like it's kind of like with Achane, like it's a good comparison. Matter of fact, it's just like you want to give him a certain amount of touches every game, but you don't want to overwork him either. So,
yes, sir.
So we've asked all the peaches and cream. What did you like? But I like to get a little bit down to the bottom of the real shit. What didn't you like? What players didn't catch your eye that you? And don't bring up the same motherfucker either, because I know you don't like him. So do not mention his name, okay? JMIK, because I know you're gonna say JP name, and just leave him out of this, okay? Okay.
I mean,
I know you don't like him. The show know. The 300 people that watch us every damn week know you don't like him, and you didn't want to draft him. You wanted the other guy. You're gonna leave him out the deal today, okay?
I mean, so this guy didn't have a bad game. So I mean, Marcus Jones is our nickel corner, right?
Okay.
He didn't have a bad game. I mean, personally, I like Marcus because Marcus is not only our nickel back, but he's also our like punt returner and stuff like that. Like he's, I mean, he's explosive on the punt returns. But the issue is his size. Like, I mean, he's gonna like the main issue is like we got Gonzo. Everybody knows that Gonzo. Some people consider him top 5 corner, top 10. I mean, wherever you want to put him. And then we signed Carlton Davis. So our boundary corners are set. Like we're good. But the problem is he's going to get attacked just like last year because he's only like 5'8", 5'9". He's a short guy. And so I mean, if he's not in the right spot, he's gonna get abused. And that kind of happened a little bit last night. Like he did make some plays. But I mean, like that's a concern of mine. Just his size, and we didn't really draft a corner. I wanted to draft a corner out of Cal, Noah Williams. We took his teammate instead, Craig Woodson. So, I mean, that's one concern. My other concern was kind of Keon White a little bit. Keon, we drafted a couple years ago. Keon got a lot of potential, but Keon got to play more in control. Because I mean, like there was a couple running plays where I mean he just rushed up the field too fast, and he ran right by the play. So I mean, Mark DC and I mean Vrabel got to get him to be able to play with a little bit more control. So I mean, like those are two guys that I didn't really love. I mean, for the most part, like I mean, we read a lot of good things. I mean, the other thing is like the backup quarterback situation for my team. And I mean, people don't look at it a lot, but if Drake May ever get a concussion in the game, like, I mean, we're gonna be fucked. Because I mean, we got Joshua Dobbs as a second string, and then we got this guy named Ben. I mean, like Woodridge, whatever his name is. And like Kyle Williams, like our draft pick, our third rounder, he was getting open all night last night, but these dudes couldn't get the ball to him, and I mean, like dude was wide open, and so like it's not a major concern, but it's a concern because this is the NFL. People get hurt, and so if he's ever out for a couple games, I mean, I'm just not sure. I mean, like, what exactly are we going to do? And actually, bring me to one more thing. Drake May, like Drake didn't play that much, but like the play where he fumbled the ball, like he got to learn sometimes when the journey is over. Like I mean, sometimes you got to learn that taking a sack ain't the worst thing in the world. And if you don't want to take the sack, you got to throw the ball out of bounds. But we can't have you turn over the football. Like, I mean, it's just the kind of team that we have. Like, we're not a juggernaut team. Like, I mean, like we're not like, the Ravens or like the Bills or the Eagles or like the Rams. Like, we need you to not turn over the football. And like that turnover last night, I mean, did not have to happen. Like he should have just took the sack and you just, like, I mean, like that's the thing with some young quarterbacks, they're always trying to make a play. And like I said, sometimes you just got to learn that, I mean, like that play is over, take the sack, and you just got to live with that.
All right. So, I watched the game with you a little bit, man. And I seen some promise, right? But
yeah,
I guess since we already covered the NFC East, we don't get to talk about the other side of the ball. But they didn't look well. And if that was their starting defense or any partial part of their starting defense, I feel bad for them because, to be honest, even though you said you didn't like a lot about yours, I think you I seen some promise, and obviously the play calling is vanilla and shit, but
yeah,
like Drake do he kind of in the same boat. Like to me is like Shador, he just got to get that thing out of there a couple times. It was a couple times he was just like trying to find it, and it's like, bro, you done had the ball for like 6 seconds, bro.
Yeah,
the mental clock has to say it's time to either get rid of it or get out of here. And he got legs. It ain't like he's slow. You know what I mean? I watched him run. You know what I mean? A couple times, but you had already spoke on it. But them backup quarterbacks,
them niggas is ass.
My God,
that shit is terrible, man.
Jesus Christ! But all in all, man, I think you got some promise coming into this year, man. You got some guys, obviously, to watch. If you could change one position or address one position going into this next week of training camp to bolster your team, what would it be and why?
I mean, probably for us. I mean, like if I could, like bolster one position group, it would probably be the safety position because I mean, not that we got a bunch of questions. I mean, like we got guys back there. I mean, but if we had a more concrete answer at like center field safety, I would be like more happy with it though.
Hey, the comments, y'all can answer that question too, man. If y'all could address one position on your team going to this next upcoming week, man. Obviously, we're covering the AFC East, so I see some Patriots, I see some Dolphins. Y'all answer the same question, man. Obviously, I just got to the chat. I ain't realized there was so many damn chats down here. I'm gonna scroll through them though. I'll give everybody they 10 seconds of fame up here, but yeah, man. Just I think like everybody on the stage. I mean, Pop, if you could address one position going into next week, what would you address?
You know what you gonna say?
Outside of quarterback.
Well,
I had to add a caveat.
If I had to address any position group, wide receiver.
Any like outside
slot.
I prefer. I want an outside guy. I want a big body guy. I want a guy that can withstand punishment. I want a contested catcher as well. So if I could get both of those, I'll be happy. I just feel like we got a lot of speed guys, slender guys. They can catch the ball, but I just want a more physical wide receiver that I feel like could take some of that punishment.
Certified, same question, bro. If you could address one position going into next week to bolster your team, what would you do?
Next week?
Yeah, like right now, like Monday, you can add a guy, you can add one position and bolster that position. What would it be?
Shall probably say wide receiver because I have talent. We drafted some guys that have been performing in camp. But you know, shit different when you hit that live fire for the regular season. Um, I don't know if Ricky Parcell is a starter. I don't know. Uh, I know that Juan Jennings got starter um targets, but I don't even know if he's a starter. You know what I'm saying? So it's like I just got questions, regardless of how well they've been playing.
If I could address one position group, um, I really can't even say like my cornerback room in the whole. I mean, because there's really only one position in the cornerback room.
But you know what, Smitty? I'm tripping. I'm sorry, Pete. I was a little high. You're right. It's definitely center. This motherfucker looked worse than he did last year. I CJ West. Oh my God. CJ West was just like, oh my God. He was just moving him around like I would do a kid. And I get what they say, like he's violent. Like the way that he was manhandling Brindle, man, like it was just like, damn, I should go out there and help that man.
Shit. I guess I go cornerback too. I seen the two guys that's fighting for my cornerback two position get abused, get manhandled, embarrassed. I don't know all the acronyms for bad. That's what they was. Bad.com in the words of my boy Brandon. Um, it just wasn't good, bro. And like obviously all my fans are like, oh, Fangio came out and said he got faith in him. What are you supposed to say? Or am I supposed to come to the podium and be like, hey, both of them was completely dog shit. And I want him off my team now. No, you gotta be like, hey man, I believe he can fix it. I believe, we continue to work. It could get better. But he did say I didn't like what I seen. I didn't like the way he didn't tackle. I wasn't mad that he caught the ball, but I was mad that he wasn't there to, immediately make the tackle. Why was he so far away? He addressed all the stuff. It's like people are like, yeah, he got faith in him. What is he supposed to say as a head coach? I mean, as a defensive coordinator, as a coach, like, do you supposed to be like, hey man, he was complete dog shit. And if I could trade him today, I would. Like, what are you supposed to?
I mean, he ain't gonna say that in the press. Now, I mean, like the day after the game when they watching film as a unit, he'd probably say that then. No, that's what he would do.
You say it to his face when there ain't nobody around. When you like, hey, look, that is completely unacceptable. It's not the standard. And if I could put somebody else in your position at that moment, I would have, but we couldn't. And right now, yeah, I think we brought in a guy, but I haven't seen him play yet, so I'm gonna just go cornerback too.
Yeah. I mean, Keelan. I mean, like Ringo. Let me just touch on Ringo real fast, man. Like he played for Georgia. Everybody know that's cool. I cheer for, but some of the plays that he be making just be egregious, man. Like that play on Chase on like that. I believe that was out. Like the way he played that. And I've been saying this last couple of days. If he would have played that like an average cornerback, that's not even a first down. But.
He did a comeback route and then took it to the crib on the man. Like, what's going on?
I mean, because like it's just like, and I mean, put it simply, I never played cornerback was not a position I played, but I've always been told that, like, I mean, when you got a wide receiver running like a route near the sideline, you got to use the sideline as like another defender.
Always,
you got to do that.
See, and then they asked him this. This what made me mad as an ex DB. They're like, was it inside help? You are the inside help. The sideline is the outside help. He can't do nothing but go towards the sideline if you cover the inside. Why are you 10 yards off and on the sideline? Are you not running in phase with the man or what?
Yeah, I mean, like just judging by where he was at when Chase caught the ball, I would assume he was, what I mean, like, his technique was inside, just from where he was at. And so if you're there, if you're playing inside technique like that, he by the sideline, man, like you got to press him towards the sideline and just make him go out of bounds, bro. You cannot let him cut back up inside and I mean take it to the house. Like you know, I mean, like you just can't do that, especially against Jamar Chase.
You open the gate. You open the gate at the top of the route, so you stuck. It ain't nothing you can do to get back to the ball because your hip's bad, so you're overthinking it. You done already opened up the gate, so he coming back to the ball free.
Yeah,
he catching it free. And when he spin back around, you're headed towards him. But now all it takes is one move the right way, and if you don't tackle, to the crib.
Yeah, and that's exactly what happened. So, and I mean, like I said, like Ringo, I ain't never been a super fan of Ringo or nothing like that. I personally think he'd be a better safety personally because I just don't think his hips are fluid enough to be a corner in this league. That's the way I feel at the combine too. So this ain't nothing new for me.
Yeah, he ain't got good hips at all. How did you? None of your starting your cornerbacks played in that game.
Nah, I mean like Gonzo's out with a little like I think it's like grade 1 hamstring, so I don't expect him to be practicing with the like the Vikings next week when we have joint practices. I wouldn't expect him to be back until maybe the third preseason game, but at that point, I don't think he might not play until week 1. And Carlton Davis, I don't know what the fuck going on with Carlton Davis. I'm gonna be honest with you. I don't like he ain't really practiced. Like, I mean, he been there for like walkthroughs. Like I was at the joint practices with the Commanders on Wednesday. He had his pads on. He wasn't practicing with like the 7-on-7 drills, like the 11-on-11. Like he was off to the side with like a trainer, like I mean, like he was like I guess he was like like backpedaling and catching the football, but like I don't really know what his injury is, but I'm getting to the point of being concerned because he really hasn't practiced at all. So
yeah, that's scary. That's what I was asking. That's more what I was asking about Brandon Stevens. I didn't see him. I'm like, why he not out there? Like he new to the team. He need to polish himself up with the team.
Yeah.
I mean, he didn't have the greatest season last year. I mean, coming from the Ravens. So I thought he was gonna be out there, and then you just said he hurt. So that's what I was more asking about Brandon Stevens.
I mean, but Brandon,
what's the options if Brandon can't go though?
I mean, if Brandon, I mean, like if Carlton Davis can't go, I mean, like we got a couple options. I mean, we have this kid, Alex Austin, who's been on the team for the last couple of years. Like a lot of people are high on him. Obviously he's not as good as Carlton Davis. I mean, I don't want to say he's a small corner. Like he's not Marcus Jones's, size. He's a little bit bigger than that.
Saying Brandon Stevens, I mean Carlton Davis. I'm tripping.
Yeah, Carlton Davis. But yeah, I mean, that would be my guess is that they would go with Alex Austin. I mean, and we have a little bit of depth. We also got this kid, DJ James, who I believe another team drafted and then we cleaned him off their practice squad last year. He's actually been a camp standout. He's actually been playing pretty well. So I think he's going to make the team as well. So I think that would be another option as well. So, but I mean, hopefully Carlton can. Like I said, he's on the field. He's just not practicing with the team. So hopefully going into the Vikings week, he starts practicing with the team and I don't expect him. He's a vet, so I don't really expect him to play a lot of reps in terms of preseason games. So
probably not.
But I mean,
hey, missed it. I meant to ask you a question earlier. Do you think the way McDaniels builds his teams on one side of the ball may be a detriment to why y'all don't perform well later in the season? I feel like y'all a lot of finesse and speed on the offense, but no power.
Yeah. No, I mean, I can kind of agree with that. That's why I kind of am okay with the sense of if we get rid of Tyreek Hill, I'm all for it. I want a more aggressive wide receiver. Speed's only going to be good for you for about 6 weeks, and as it gets colder, that speed's going to kind of fall off. That's always kind of been a problem in my opinion, for sure. I think that's what we're kind of seeing the difference here. I think that's why they went and got a Jonah. Why we invested in Patrick Paul last year. We went and got Jalen Wright last year, got Ollie Gordon this year, got some bigger backs, things of that such. The whole Darren Waller thing, I'm not really putting much into that either until I see the dude actually kind of, get to the field. It's still, I guess he's still trying to get to practice form, but the tight ends kind of is a question mark to me when it comes to that physicality. If you don't have good tight ends in the scheme, it's not going to be good. We all know that Mike McDaniel's tight ends in that scheme, you have to do a lot of things.
Were you okay with the Jalen Ramsey move and Jonnu leaving?
So
a lot of people were upset about Jonnu. They wasn't really mad more about Jalen.
I'd say I kind of got a little disappointment from Jonnu. I've always liked Jonnu. Always been a Jonnu guy. It was nice that we were able to give him the best, season of his career. I thought that was awesome. I expected him to be another focal point this year, but wanting the money that he wanted, I guess we didn't want to, again, get with that situation. So moving him with Ramsey, that works out. Ramsey's a name at this point. He had times last year he's just getting burnt. So it's like you can just go get burned up in the Steel City at this point.
Yeah.
Oh wow.
You know what? Like when Braylon Allen came out, obviously, JMIK, I wanted him, but I said if it wasn't us, I thought the Dolphins taking him would have been a nice switch up because they need somebody that could create their own space, create their own gaps. You got a lot of speed guys, and when it come down to that cold time, I don't care what it is, but I want you to run through them tackles, and y'all do a lot of the outside runs and the finesse runs, and then when it's time to hey, I need to punch you in the mouth for 1 yard, it's you can't get it because
can't do it.
Cross play, or I'm running a in and around the Tyreek. It's just I always thought Mike McDaniels could always bolster that team. Just get a little bit more aggressive, man. If you could punch a motherfucker in the mouth, man, hey, in that cold, it hurt. It hurt.
Yeah, dude,
yeah. 100%.
I don't really hate how y'all built y'all team. You know what I mean? It's dangerous, but when I look at your running backs, outside of the, the late draft picks y'all have took, the guys y'all invest most of your time into are all the same.
Right. Well, that's what I was going to say. So to your point, and again, going back to that whole number one offense here, we were number one offense that year because we had, that's right, Raheem Mostert over here, having all these touchdowns, physical running. We were able to do what we needed to do with the run game to open up the pass lanes. The last couple of years, we haven't had a guy like Raheem Mostert to, put his shoulder down, run into some guys, get those more physical runs. And I think that's why we went and got a Jalen Wright, why we have an Ollie Gordon. We went and got Alexander Madison. Same thing. He's kind of a more physical guy. We just need one of these dudes just kind of pick that roll up and go with it. I think the line's more built for that now. I like Aaron Brewer at center. I like what he brings. Physicality, being able to get to the second level. I think all that helps and plays into getting back to that run game. If Miami can open up the run game, I think you'll see the offense open back up and we'll be a more physical style offense. But if they can't run the ball, then you're just gonna be same old with Miami. Speed will only go for so long, and then we'll get punch in the mouth type shit.
Somebody said.
And you guys' preseason game is today or tomorrow?
Tomorrow at noon.
Tomorrow noon, okay. Yeah, man, I wasn't sure. So I mean, I guess my question for you in terms of the preseason game. So I mean, like, what few players are you going to be like? Trying to see exactly how they play in that game.
I need to know who's gonna play. If I'm being honest with you, I gotta look more at who they're gonna let play. I'm hoping we get. So obviously Austin Jackson's injured, but it would be nice to see the other 4 starting offensive linemen kind of get some reps. I think that would be awesome. I would love to see the front 7 defensively. Hell, even throw them cornerbacks out there. Like I said, it's
you've seen it too, JMIK.
Say what?
What?
You don't see it on the screen?
No. Actually, I'm looking at something different.
Oh, it say tell your Patriots buddy Jude to apologize to Travion.
Well, why are we apologizing for Travion for?
I think he probably slandered him or something.
Oh. And
you know who that is? He back again.
Funny, D. And I mean, like, nigga always trying to cause problems, man.
Hey, D Money that pulled up with the receipts. Tell him to apologize.
That's funny.
See, the funny thing about Jude is I don't know what Jude said about Travion, so that's why I'm kind of acting kind of confused.
I ain't gonna lie, I had to apologize to this white cornerback that just so happened to be on my team. I had to apologize. I had to say I was wrong.
And you didn't like him in the draft?
It wasn't. Listen. It had nothing to do with Cooper DeJean, the player.
What?
We had drafted a cornerback in the first round. So I'm like, who my player was, man. I wanted Edgerrin Cooper. So I'm like, bro, if we address linebacker in the second round, I think our defense looked better. And when we took Coop, I'm like, well, what does he play now? I mean, is he going to the nickel? Is he going to safety? And then I was just like, we still didn't address the linebacker. Obviously, hindsight, Zach Bond plays well, N'Kobe Dean plays well, and then we, get Jahad Campbell this year. But like at the time, I was just like, I didn't understand why we took 2 DBs back-to-back rounds. That was just
man, for you, man. I'd kill to have Cooper DeJean. I'm a Midwest guy. I'm in Iowa, so I get to see the Iowa Hawkeyes and all that stuff. And yeah, Cooper DeJean was high on my list. Like
But okay, if you had took Quinyon Mitchell, who JMIK can tell you I thought was the best cornerback in the draft, and I got Darius Slay. You don't expect your team to double back to cornerback again.
Then you guys end up getting off Darius Slay though.
This year we did, but he played last year.
Yeah. I still would have done it.
I was just looking at it like, where is he gonna play? Because obviously they had brought Avonte Maddox back. I just felt like the room had got a little crowded, so I was like, did you waste the second round? But he played well. Like at the moment, I didn't know, but at hindsight,
I bet you were glad. Once y'all got to the Super Bowl, and I bet you.
I apologize to that nigga like week 6. Like I was like, my bad, bro, my bad, gang.
Yeah,
I was wrong. My bad.
To me, I hate to say this, but I think if Cooper wasn't white, he would have went earlier. I hate to say that, but that's the way I feel.
Could be them facts, though, man. Could be them facts.
What's good, Vino? What's good, Vino? Shout out to everybody that's there, man, chilling with us, kicking with us, man.
I do have a question for y'all. What's a second or third year player? It can be offense and defense that y'all want to see make that leap this year for y'all team.
I mean, for me, that's easy. That's going to be Drake May. I mean, that's not even a question for me.
I like the stability. Regardless of what he pans out to be, I like the stability that he brings to the offense. So, I've been secretly keeping up with the Patriots this offseason. And mind your business, man. But listen, I think he all right, man. I think he all right. So we gonna see.
I
And
mean, I
and
don't.
what's going on in with the Chargers? Oh man, it's a door open for somebody who gonna take it.
Yeah, I kind of feel bad for them, man, because I mean, like Slater's a really good, left tackle in this league, man, and I mean,
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah,
to see a kid
bro.
get
He
like
just signed that contract. What, 2 months ago?
like a week or two ago.
A week
It,
ago?
Yeah,
it
like
was
a week or two ago.
recent.
Yeah.
Insane, man.
And I just
Uh,
feel bad for the kid because it's not even an
yeah,
ACL.
that was
Like,
crazy.
I
Right.
mean, because I mean, think about the patella and like he's already a big guy. It's like he might not be the same.
Is the thing with the patella? It involves the kneecap, so
Yeah,
that changes everything.
yeah, dude. Yeah. It's a shame.
All right, so Jamari said he want to replace Kyle Duggar for his pick.
You mean
Niners,
Butler?
Pete, he said O line all day. Jennifer said right tackle. Uh, Jennifer, we not addressing JP right now, okay? We leave him out the mix, okay? He been getting slander since draft day.
But yeah, I mean, like
Nah, but
Kyle
she
Douglas
said
just can't
sending
cover,
Jay.
man.
She said sending Jalen Pope to the fucking moon.
Yeah, I mean, like the whole fan base out on Poke at this point, man.
Okay, Vino
So
said
who
need to
will
solidify the
be
center position and free safety.
rounding out y'all wide receiver room? Like, what do you hearing
So I
from
mean,
camp, stuff like that?
the starters to me are going to be Diggs. It's going to be Diggs on the outside. It's going to be see, like this is the open question: is it going to be Kyle Williams or is it going to be Mac Hollins? I mean, like as the other boundary wide receiver, like, and that's the question. I think is the balance between those two, and then the slot's going to be Demario Douglas. So I mean, those are the three guys that will probably be starting, and then I think we're going to keep Kayshawn, Kayshawn Butte as well. And then like I mean, like we still got Kendrick Bourne. I mean, we still got Javon Baker, still got Jalen Pope. Like I mean, like it's a lot of fluidity from wide receiver 5, 6, and 7. And I got this sneaky suspicion that we're gonna roster 6 or 7 wide receivers this time, which I have not seen my team do that in a long time. So it's going to be like a very interesting battle to let me say the least.
Nene said her vote would be the front office. Once that is fixed, we get the players we need.
Is that a dolphin?
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's a Dolphin, yeah. Yeah, I'm dying.
Oh man.
That's funny.
Oh man. Somebody
Nate,
said, LJB said I'm not a Carlton fan.
I mean, like a lot, like personally, I wouldn't either. Like I wanted to sign DJ Reed from the Jets. He went to the Lions. That's who I wanted.
yeah, me too.
Yeah, we didn't get him.
We was talking to him too.
Hey, I'm gonna jump in here and ask certified a random question because my brother's a 49ers fan, so I kind of hear his takes on this. What do you feel about losing Trevarius Ward?
Oh no, I ain't worried about it. I honestly, I listen. I feel like his name was bigger than his play the last 2 years, and he really didn't have that big of a name. You know, Ward had one. Uh, his duration here with us, I think he lived up to what they expected one time, and that was 2023.
Right, and it wasn't 24 when his daughter died.
Yeah, I mean, I don't really count last year, but you know, after we saw Lenore in 2023, I think the decision to move on from him as CB1 was made. And last year, even though off the field stuff played a part in it, I just feel like that just solidified it because he spoke about in an interview not too long ago how he felt the way before the season even started last year that the Niners had decided to move on from him. Like they told him that there would be no contract negotiation talks. We're gonna let you walk.
Damn, that's
So
right.
he said he felt the way or whatever. And but Lenore I feel like not by much, but I feel like Lenore was better than him.
Right.
And the way that Ronaldo Green played last year as a rookie, shit, man. If if he keeps developing like I expect him to fuck, he might be our CP1. And then like I said before, like before we even got started, the number one guy that I want to see today is Upton. So he's the nickel that we drafted, and uh, apparently he's playing better than anybody at camp, veteran and rookie.
That's something pretty impressive though.
What's your response to Jennifer, JMIK?
She's not lying.
We had
no business drafting Jalen Polk in the second round. I've been saying that since that draft. After the draft, when we had our shows, I was saying that I didn't want that nigga. I never wanted him. I told people. I must sound like a broken record, but I told people, like we was gonna get a Washington wide receiver. I wanted Jalen McMillan. That's who I wanted to draft.
You did it to yourself.
Yeah, I mean, and Jalen Polk, yeah, like you should have never had him. Jalen Coker, we could have had. We just ain't draft him. Like, and I mean, like Jennifer was a big proponent of Jalen Coker. I mean, Jalen Coker, I believe he went to Holy Cross, so he a local kid, which make it worse. So I mean, like it's a kid that's in their backyard that they could have drafted and they just didn't. And I mean, if you watch the Panthers game last night, like Jalen Coker was cooking last night. And so I mean, like it's just like
he looked real good.
He did. And so it's just a missed opportunity, man. I mean, like a kid that's in your backyard that you don't draft is kind of crazy.
You agree with that? Efton Chisholm?
I mean, there's been a lot of hype on him. I mean, he really had a good game. I mean, like he was getting open last night. I mean, he was getting them. I think he scored a touchdown. I think he had the most receptions and like yards out of all our like wide receivers last night. Like he had a good game. Cracking the roster going to be tough. I mean, like as long as he performs well in joint practices and practices in the games going forward, I mean, there's a chance he can make the team.
And Pop, this LJB answered your question. He said Diggs, Pop, Butte, William, Baker.
I mean, Javon. Like the thing is, I love Javon Baker, but bro, I don't know. Like that, I mean, like, I mean, for people that thinking like our wide receiver room is trash, like we've actually like improved that room a lot. And I mean, Javon, he gonna have. I'll say this right, Javon gonna have to make the team on a special teams. Like I don't think he can make it purely just being a wide receiver.
Right. What you gonna do when Tua and Tyreek come for you?
Man, we're not worried about Tyreek. I'm not worried about Tyreek, man. I'm gonna be real with y'all Dolphin fans. Tyreek is gonna have to go against Gonzo. Gonzo, and I mean, if y'all don't remember when Gonzo did play against him, Tyreek ain't do nothing. So I ain't pressed about Tyreek. Now Waddle's a different story. Like Waddle for us is always an issue. So that's something that I'm kind of worried about a little bit. So,
Yeah, me too.
Waddle give y'all problems
every time, every fucking time.
I think that's just to your coming to your point. I think your team's just so honestly concerned with, hey, let's just stop Tyreek Hill, let's shut him down, that it just allows Jalen to just kind of take advantage of his one-on-ones and the opportunities he gets.
I mean, just the way that Jalen Waddle has gotten off ever since y'all drafted him against the Patriots, it's crazy. Like, and I mean, like this year might be different because we got Carlton Davis. Carlton Davis is pretty good in man coverage, so it might be a little different. That's what we're hoping. But I mean, like Waddle is a Patriot killer, man, and I'm not scared to say it. It's just, I mean, like we've got to find a way.
Oh man, somebody just pointed. My bad, y'all. Well,
I mean, but we got to touch on the Bills, though. I mean, even though we don't got a rep, we do got to touch on the team that has won a division.
I guess we do. Yeah, I guess we do.
Is it already the historical losers section of the podcast?
Yeah, it's the last 40 minutes. I guess.
Oh my god!
Yo, this nigga start is funny, man.
I'm sorry, I got lost in that big ass empty trophy case. I didn't know how to get out. It was just so much space.
But yeah, I mean, we got to touch on it a little bit. I mean, Josh Allen is coming off winning MVP last year. It's his first MVP. And I kind of said he was going to win it, man. Like I actually put money on it in the offseason last year. I mean, it's kind of criminal. It's kind of criminal for me to put money on my rival, but I've seen like the writing on the wall.
Hey,
Um,
JMIK, I'm gonna be honest. Money ain't got no division. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, it's true. And I just figured last year, like he didn't have a lot of weapons. I mean, he didn't have a number one guy going into the season. I just figured, and Josh is going to ball, so he balled or whatever. And I mean, they got to the AFC Championship game and they met up with a familiar foe that they just cannot seem to defeat in the postseason, which is the Chiefs. And I actually like what they did in the offseason, though, actually. I mean, like Joshua Palmer is, like a wide receiver from the Chargers that I always liked. And I mean, they re-signed Khalil Shakir, who you could say is one of the better slot receivers in the league. Did that. I mean, like the offensive line was one of the best, in football, and pretty much everybody came back. I mean, they didn't lose anybody. I mean, Von Miller did go to the Commanders, but they signed who they signed. I thought they signed with Joe. Was it Joey Bosa? Yeah.
Yeah, they did.
Joey.
They got Joey.
Joey.
Mm-hmm.
Signed him. They gave, was it Greg Rousseau? I believe it was Rousseau, like an extension, paid him $20 million a year, which I don't hate.
It was
Rousseau.
like a 4-year. I think it was like a 3 or 4 year.
I think it was like 4 for $80 or something like that. So you got 20, which is, I mean, for pass rushers, I mean that's not like that's not terrible or anything like that. I mean, on defense, like they brought back pretty much their whole defense. Trey White is coming back. And I've seen, certain reports saying that they think Trey White is back to kind of who he was. They also drafted 2 corners, Maxwell Harrison out of Kentucky, speedy corner. I mean, I believe he got hurt. I think he sprained his LCL, so he might not be back until the start, maybe the start of the season, maybe week 1 or week 2. Defensively, I mean, to me, like I'm not a Bills fan, but I mean, defensively, like I think their weakness is in the secondary. I think it's at the safety position. I mean, I'm not like super high on Taylor Rapp, like I never was. I think he's serviceable, but and then you got Cole Bishop's the kid that they drafted last year. And then I think they're expecting big things out of Cole Bishop, and I mean, like that allows them not to have to start DeMar Hamlin, which I think most people would tell you that that's a good thing. And I'm not saying DeMar a bad player, but I'm not sure he's a starting safety in this league. Now, I mean, say you have him as a depth piece, then I mean that's cool. And then also highlight they also have Christian Benford. Like a lot of people sleep on Christian Benford. I mean, Christian Benford's to me, I would have him as a top 10. I mean, I would say safety, a top 10, corner in the league. I just think he has a capability to just really be that good. I'm not saying he's like the top of the top. Like, I don't have him in my top 5, but I definitely have him in my top 10. And I mean, just close up from my perspective, from like a Patriot fan, like I do expect them to win a division again. I don't expect it to be a walkthrough. Like I do expect that, like, I mean, we're going to give them a tough time. I do expect the Dolphins to, like, put up a fight as well. And the Jets typically play them tough in New Jersey, so I expect them to play them tough as well. But to me, they're in a similar situation as the Baltimore Ravens, man. It's like put up or shut up. Like, they have a hard time, or they have not beaten the Chiefs in the playoffs. They got to address that, just like the Ravens do. And you got a top 4 quarterback in the league, so you got to get the job done. You don't get the job done, people start asking questions. And it's like now or never, because I think a lot of people also don't understand is that, like it's I mean, you have Patrick Mahomes, you have Josh Allen, and you have Lamar Jackson, but there's other quarterbacks in the conference that are coming up. I mean, you got quarterbacks like C.J. Stroud, I mean, like Bo Nix made the playoffs last year. Justin Herbert's on a good team now, so I mean, you got other guys that I mean that are coming behind you, and you got to. This is the NFL. This is a year-to-year business. You got to take the opportunity to win a Super Bowl like when you can. I mean, because I mean, like Josh already 28, 29 years old. Josh done played 8, 9 years already. So it's like the longer you don't win a Super Bowl, like the longer you give other teams a chance to catch up to you, and they can pass you. So.
I think when you look at the Bills, I think the biggest issue right now to me is who's going to run the ball. With James Cook sitting out, I think last year the reason they were so productive in a lot of the like crunch moments is it didn't have to be in Josh Allen's hands. It didn't have to be him making all the plays and all the passes. So I hope they can address that situation. I don't know how that's going to work out. I don't know if he's willing to put his foot down like I believe Micah's about to do. But if he comes back and play, I mean, then I think they're in a a different type of situation. But I want to see, and they've been so tight end dominant for so long. I want to see like them go back to kind of what they was doing when Diggs was there. I think Keon Coleman can bring a good pop to that offense. Didn't they bring somebody in? They brought in Palmer, didn't they?
Yeah,
I think
Joshua
Palmer's a
Palmer,
good.
Yeah, they got Joshua Palmer
and they
over
also
there.
brought in Elijah Moore too. Actually, I forgot about him.
I ain't got no hope
Yeah,
for
he
him,
was
but
on the Browns
Yeah,
last year.
I've never been high on like Elijah Moore, even coming into the league from like Ole Miss.
nah.
I just
Um,
wasn't high on him at all.
I like Palmer though. I think Palmer got some upside to him.
Yeah,
I want to see Keon Coleman in that offense elevate his game. He was playing really well. Then he got hurt. Then he came back. The offense was kind of in a different mode. How they were moving, they were kind of running the ball a little bit more. It wasn't in Josh Allen's hands as much. Um, Defensively, I felt like they addressed some positions, but I think they could have addressed a few more in this offseason. Because I think the depth at linebacker could be better. Every year you lose the same linebacker, and when he
yeah,
go down,
sure.
y'all complain about not having good depth behind him. I think you could have addressed that. Um, yes, Christian Benford is playing well, but how well is the other side playing? Like in that situation, I don't really like their cornerback too. And I think I don't even really know what the safety situation is. I I mean, they always say they good, but it seems like every year y'all get to the same spot, same situation with that defense, and y'all complain about the same 3 or 4 positions, but then we get into the off season, and those 3 or 4 positions never get addressed because y'all tell us those guys are good, but if they're so good, why the hell they can't perform in the moment? But that's neither here nor there. I mean, they 0-4 against Pat.
Yep.
And if you don't address it soon, I mean, shit, you might well just shit, play 17 games and then take your ass to the house. Shit, get somebody else your playoff spot. You don't want to win anyways. I mean, I'm kind of tired of watching the Bills in the late season of the play the fucking.
I mean, but I feel the same way you feel about the Bills as the Ravens. I'm feeling the same type of way. Like the amount of like at some
We
point,
just ain't got to their division yet for me to sell out. That's all, man.
I mean, I mean, like just to turn the dial back on history, like even when Tom Brady was at his peak, you still had other dudes in the conference that make it to the Super Bowl. You had dudes like Big Ben. You had dudes like Peyton Manning. You know, certain other dudes that they were, or I mean, like the Ravens quarterback, Joe Flacco. You had other dudes that at least could beat the Patriots, or if someone took the Patriots out, somebody else took them out, that they could capitalize and make it to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl. And it's just like, and I'm not taking nothing away from Patrick Mahomes' greatness. Like the dude he's great, but like you gotta be able to beat. Like if you want to be considered to be this super elite quarterback, and I'm not just talking about Josh Allen, I'm talking about Lamar too. Like you gotta beat the Chiefs in the playoffs, bro. Like Tom Brady didn't beat everybody in the playoffs. I mean, yeah, he was great, but he didn't beat everybody. I mean, the Ravens beat us a couple times in the playoffs. And I mean, like, there were, there were a few other losses that we took in the playoffs. But y'all gotta, Pat done made the Super Bowl what 5? He's been playing what 6-7 years. He done made the Super Bowl 5 out of the 7 years that he's been playing.
4 them off the back of the Bills. That's crazy.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I mean, at some point, you gotta stand up and and I mean, I'm starting to think it's more of a mental thing because they beat these niggas in the regular season. So it's not like they don't ever beat the Chiefs. They beat them in the regular. They can't beat them in the playoffs. And like I'm starting to think it's starting to become a mental block.
For all the AFC fans that's in here, the Bills and what's it called on right now too.
Yeah. So I just think that for their mental sake, they got if they see the Chiefs in the playoffs and shit, like they got to beat them because I mean even Peyton at some point beat the Patriots at some point. And so the longer
I don't think he was ever 0 for 4 though. Shit.
Say what?
I said I don't think Peyton was ever down 4. Shit.
No, I mean he was never 0 for 4. I mean,
God. Hey, hold on. You know what I'm starting to think, JMIK? It's a trend, bro. They maybe like they 0 for 4 as a team. Now he 0 for 4 against Pat. Never mind.
That's not. That's a nasty narrative that you trying to push right now. That's
Not really a
absolutely
narrative, though.
no. Because I get what he's trying to say, and that's disgusting, bro. But I'm gonna just say this: I do feel like they did address certain positions. My thing is, I don't know if the quality of player that they chose is gonna hit. I'm specifically talking about Hairston, the corner out of Kentucky, I believe. My thing with him is he got speed, he does flash, he does have instincts. He just got stiff hips. And I don't like that in cornerbacks. Like he moves very stiff to me. He's not fluid in his movements. And that could be an issue. And I think he predicates a lot of his game on his speed and not technique a lot of times. I hope he shuts me up though with his performance. I do, because I do want him to perform well. But that is my biggest question about him: is his shiftiness, is his fluidity.
I mean,
Basically,
Maxwell.
anything you got to say about the Bills?
I would say honestly to the point of kind of what she was saying there. I think they kind of tried to address things in a different manner. I mean, they went after Von Miller a couple years ago, gave him all that money, didn't really get much from him. I think that's why you try to go maybe get a Joey Bosa on something little, not to the extent of what they did with Von, which allowed them to kind of address some other positions, draft some corners, things like that. I think they put themselves in a good position to hit it, because if you can keep Joey Bosa healthy with, Greg Rossum and all that, and what they got, like I think it's a better opportunity for them. You're not asking as much as you were asking out of Von Miller. They were kind of asking Von Miller to come be their kind of finishing touch, and there's no way you're going to get that out of an older Von Miller. So, Josh Allen, though, that's always going to be my question to him is, what's it going to take for Josh Allen to get over that mental bridge of that is Patrick Mahomes? Because this dude, we see him just go on these runs and just tearing teams up, and no one can stop him. And then all of a sudden, he plays the Chiefs, and it's like he's a different guy. It's like when can they get past that mental bridge of the Kansas City Chiefs?
Is it possible to say never?
I mean, it's gonna happen someday, man. Like it just
when Patrick Mahomes is like, "Hey, man, shit, I'm gonna just take a break. Fuck, I need a year off. I'm gonna play a little bad this time. What are you gonna give him a pity win? Shit."
But not as much as what people think. I think we're still going to see him have this overall losing record against Patrick Mahomes. He might maybe get through we'll say 3 or 4 times maybe in his career. But I don't know, they still win the Super Bowl. And that's like the ultimate goal for them is once you get past that, then you got to really, they're going to be that mental stop of, okay, are we going to be the team to break the 0-4 cycle?
Well, here's my question to that. Okay, it's a mental thing, but could it also be coaches having that mental block?
Yeah.
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah, absolutely. That's true too. I mean, it just don't go to the players, because I think if you look at like the coaching, like to me, it feels like their coaches differently when they play the Ravens. Like they're ultra aggressive. Yep. And then when they go against the Chiefs, it's like they don't coach the same way for some reason. It's like they don't want to. Like it's sort of like they don't want to make a mistake that's going to give the Chiefs the game, and like they just coach too tentatively. And it's the playoffs, man. I mean, like, and you got to just go for broke, man. Like you trying to win, and you got to do everything you can to win.
I agree with that, 100%.
But I mean, like, yeah, I mean, like I said, like it's not just the Bills, and like saying that they didn't get over the hump. I mean, it's also the Ravens as well. So I mean, it's not just them. So, but.
You're right about that. No, it ain't just them. You're right.
Because I mean, it's just complete, like it's complete dominance. Like the Chiefs have dominated the conference for the last 6 years. And so somebody gotta challenge in the playoffs.
Are we saying Joe Burrow's the guy who we could say is the comparable to what you said, one of those Peyton Manning's, Ben Roethlisberger's? He hasn't won it, but he beat Mahomes to get there.
The problem with the Bengals is their defense is ass.
I agree with that, though.
That's the only problem. It is just bad. So until they address that defense, Because if you notice, like the year that they beat the Chiefs and went to the Super Bowl, their defense played well in the playoffs.
Yep.
So I mean, it's not just a one side of like an equation situation with football. You got to play, all three phases. You got to play offense, defense, and special teams. And right now, I don't feel that the Bengals can do that right now.
I can agree with that. And they still haven't paid Hendrickson, which is like, what are you doing? Like double-digit sack guy. Like
they don't know what to do. Probably to have the problem.
Yeah, so it's just like I mean, like the AFC you got to figure something out, man. Like you just can't let one team just dominate the conference and make a Super Bowl every single year. Like, and I mean, like that's why when I hear people talk about, oh, well, Lamar get a Super Bowl and Josh will get a Super Bowl and Joe will get a Super Bowl. Like if you look through the history of decades, there's always somebody that get left out. Like it's always like I mean, you look at Peyton and Brady. Phillip Rivers didn't win nothing, bro. Like, there's always a quarterback that actually gets left out in the dark and not winning something. So,
yeah, and then it's going to come a question: do one of these quarterbacks have to leave the conference to potentially get to one? Like, that's going to be the talk because I do agree it's put up or shut up time for a lot of these quarterbacks we're saying are elite top tier, and it's like, okay, you this, but y'all still facing the same problem everybody else got to face, the Chiefs.
Well, yeah, I was going to say, even to that point, like, okay, you switch to conference, say you get to the Super Bowl, okay, what, you're going to beat Mahomes in the Super Bowl now? You couldn't beat
him. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, it just comes to a point in time where you either going to do what you need to do or it's just not going to happen for you. Because to JMIK's point, there are teams right now in the AFC I am looking at, and I'm like, I'm going to give these teams 2 to 3 years, and they are going to be competing in this conference. They're still in rebuild modes, but like I'm seeing the building blocks that they're having. I'm like, okay, this team can be something to reckon with, given another year, another 2 years, stuff like that. And some of these teams that we're seeing at the top, I feel there's going to be a downturn at some point.
Wasn't there like some stat that every year there's at least like 3 or 4 new playoff teams every year or something?
I think the stat is there's always 2 new playoff teams, and I think that goes for each conference as well. It's not just total. So yeah, I mean, when you look at the AFC, like it's hard though because it's like you got teams like the Bills and the Ravens and the Texans and the Chiefs. Like you got. I don't think anybody does not believe that those teams. I mean, maybe take out the Texans, but 3 out of the 4 divisions, I think people got them teams like the Chiefs, the Bills, and the Ravens. I think they got them teams winning those divisions. And then, I mean, the Texans, I mean, you can question it, but I mean, I feel kind of secure in saying that the Texans probably win that division again.
Yeah, that's very much so possible.
Yeah, and then so like after that, you got 3 teams. I mean, like the Broncos, the Chargers, and the Steelers.
Yeah,
I don't think anybody thinks the Broncos just gonna fall out the playoffs. Like, I don't think
to your question, sir, I don't think that division is as sold up as people think, the AFC South. I don't think they are. I think you have potentially 2 teams that's going to be on the up and coming this season.
And you believe in Trevor though?
Nah, I'm gonna be honest. I don't believe in Trevor, but I do like the Colts team. The team, like my dark horse team right now is the Colts.
No, they got to figure that quarterback situation out.
I know,
think
right?
They figured it out. I'm gonna be honest. I think
they
figured it out.
I think that the Colts have the best healthy roster right now.
I agree.
But when healthy, I think it's the Texans. But what you said, Mick, I'm not a believer in Trevor Lawrence. I'm not. He doesn't raise the floor, in my opinion. But he can be he has shown flashes of being a top level game manager. I feel like they've collected enough talent to keep him in that game manager role. And the way that Houston is looking right now, shit, man. And I feel like they got the best quarterback situation going on with the healthiest team. So I like Jacksonville, man.
How about a circle back around to that Colts point there? I've had, obviously Miami plays Indianapolis in Indianapolis week 1, and a lot of people in my fan base are saying sure victory against the Colts week 1, and I said not so fast. I think it's going to be a very close game. I think, honestly, the defenses on both parts are having secondary issues, which might lead to kind of an offensive shootout week 1, if you ask me.
Yeah, I mean, the South is tough, man, because that Texans defense, though, that's a for real defense, though.
Ryan.
That's the thing. I mean, like their offense, I don't know. Like, I don't like their offensive line. I'm not gonna. I ain't been sugarcoating for the last couple of months. Like, I've heard people try to tell me that. And what'd you say?
Trading Tunzel is crazy. I don't.
Yeah, I didn't get the trading Tunzel, and then you replace Tunzel with Cam Robinson. Cam Robinson did not have a good season last year.
Yep.
So, and like if you believe the reports coming out of camp, their old line ain't been good. And I mean, you can maybe explain it away because their front four is supposed to be so good. But I just don't know, man. Like I mean, like that offensive line is going to be the downfall of that team.
Trading Tunsil and not making his replacement your priority in the draft, I will never understand that.
Yeah, but the problem is the only person they really could have drafted would have been Josh Simmons at Ohio State.
Well, what about the boy from
Connerly?
Connerly, yeah.
I mean, they could have drafted Connerly, but I think Josh Simmons is going to be better than Connerly, personally.
I mean, but right now,
I think he's better than right now. I mean, Josh Simmons might be the best tackle in this draft, to be honest with you.
Yeah, if his knee pans out,
yeah.
But he kind of he don't look as hot as we was talking about that in Pete's space, man. Like when all of the film came out when they first opened camp, he was tossing motherfuckers around, dog.
He was.
Like Big Show. Not so much now.
I mean, like, yeah. I mean, like, dudes are gonna, like, watch the film. Even when you're practicing with your own team, like, they're gonna watch the film and they're gonna see what you like to do. I mean, like, and they're gonna counter that. That's just the league. I mean, no matter if you're practicing with your own team or you're doing joints or preseason games, like this is the NFL. Like this ain't high school.
No, but it's not just that. You can see that he's favoring that knee.
Okay.
You can tell. Like he can't anchor the way that he wants to.
Okay.
And I don't know. I think it might be a little early. Okay. Or he might be a little sore. You know what I'm saying? Because OTAs and camp is different. Now you got them pads on.
I mean, but I'm gonna be real with you. I don't even think Josh Connerly is the second best tackle in this draft. I think the second best tackle, I think the tackle that the Jets got, Membu. I think he's the second best in this draft.
Oh, yeah, I forgot about Membu.
I mean, like, Membu can be a beast, man. Like, I mean, I'm just saying, like, he has a lot of potential to me.
Yeah, I think he has the highest floor.
Yeah.
Even if he I think his floor is like an elite run block tackle. And now the pass block, I don't know. We'll see. But as far as run blocking, I think he's gonna be in there like swimwear.
I mean, the thing about Membu is I think he could do both. Like, I think he could do both pretty well, in my opinion. The film I watched of him, I actually liked him a lot. Like, I mean, I was down with drafting him 4th overall and trying to make him a left tackle.
Yeah, I agree
with that.
I think he's gonna be cool.
Yeah,
I think he's gonna be good. But I know for a fact that he should be an elite run block.
Oh yeah.
That motherfucker, he's just so nasty and so strong, man. I love the way he get off the line. But,
I mean,
we'll see.
Will Campbell too, though. I mean, like, Will the same way. Like, Will, I mean, like, Will and like the run schemes that we have, dude is a beast.
Yeah. Like, outside of that Shamar Stewart film, Campbell good. He's solid.
Yeah.
You should be all right.
And I just think the thing about I think the thing with Will is I think Will is a much better run blocker than than he is a pass blocker to me. Like he really excels in the run game. Like, really excels. But I mean, like, the pass, like pass blocking, like he's got to do some, like some adjusting. I mean, but I'm not mad with him yet. I mean, like joint practices, he was good. He was good in the game last night for the most part. So I think he's showing that he can play the position. So
Hey, JMIK. So they asked Vic Fangio. I'm laughing, bro. They said, "How do you feel about that Adoree Jackson and Keely Ringo being horrible?" He said, "I'm glad it happened to him."
all day, so
Bro, that's nasty. He was like, "I'm glad it happened to him. Now let's see which one of them grows." Like, what?
yeah, I wouldn't put my money on Ringo at all, to be honest with you.
I don't think either one of them gonna grow, bro. Adoree Jackson going in the year now, fam. It's just not gonna happen. Like,
I mean, Adoree not a bad corner. He's just not an above. He's like, to me, he's like an average corner. He's not above. He's not like elite or above average, but he's average.
yeah. No, I think outside of that, but all the young talent like both of y'all got, man. I think, you know what I mean, seeing those guys play in the preseason is a good evaluation, man. I've been watching a lot of games, watching a lot of teams. I know people have been looking at the scores. I don't think you really compare to the score in preseason. There's a lot of talent out there, man, especially in the AFC East. I'm ready to see the Jets. I'm ready to see the Dolphins play. Obviously, I'm watching the Bills play right now. Not really great, but
yeah,
Mitch Trubisky is dog shit. So
yeah, he's kind of been dog shit for a while, man.
Yeah, but how y'all got it lined up, man? Well, everybody said it's still theirs to win. So, and then the Dolphins and Patriots fighting for 2 and 3.
I mean,
the Jets falling in last because June ain't here to defend himself. I don't know what happened to June. He never came back.
I just got the Jets last, man. Defense. Like I said earlier, defensively, I like what they have, but offensively, like, and I think in their fan base, like, there's a lot of optimism around Justin Fields, but like leopards don't change their spots, bro. Like he didn't work. He didn't work in Chicago. Okay, Chicago has really never developed a quarterback. He didn't work in Pittsburgh either. So I just don't understand how you could be a Jets fan and think he really gonna work out for them. But I mean, if he does, I'll say I'm wrong. But yeah, like I think the battle, like the most interesting thing in this division is, you know, between the Dolphins and the Patriots for second. Like I think that's what the battle is. I think the Bills will finish first, unless something crazy happens. And yeah, I mean, like, and you know, we're gonna battle it out pretty much.
Well, you know, Bills, Pats, Fins,
If something crazy's happening, we're gonna have a new division winner this year.
I mean, it's not impossible. I mean, it's not.
It'd be nice to have one, but you know.
I mean,
y'all don't like to punch people. Y'all pity patting right now. The Pats growing, and the Fins don't punch people. So I don't know how y'all gonna beat the Bills, man. Somebody got to punch him in the mouth.
I mean, we don't necessarily got a problem beating the Bills. I think the last.
No. I didn't. I just said you growing, so like you know what I mean. It's different for you, and but you haven't really had a problem beating them though.
Yeah, but the thing is, even though like we've been dog shit the last like 2 or 3 years, but I mean, we still been beating them though. That's the thing. So
Mystic know who I was talking to.
Oh yeah, Miami kind of like the whole what we just talked about with Josh Allen to the Kansas City Chiefs. It's like Miami to the Buffalo. We're like, holy shit, it's Buffalo. How do we play? Like it doesn't make sense to me. I get tired of watching the shit. So week 3 is gonna tell me all I need to know about that. Honestly, about how that's gonna go this season.
And you played in week 3?
Yep.
And where's the game?
Well, I want to say I'm pretty sure it's Buffalo.
Because I was gonna say, like, if they put that game in Miami and they did y'all a solid, but I guess not.
Yeah, we play you guys week 2, 12 o'clock. We play them Thursday night, week 3 in Buffalo, and then we play the Jets the following week, Monday night in Miami. So we play the whole division within like the first month.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Jackson Dart almost just got Buddy killed.
Yeah, I don't think we see the Jets until mid-season for some reason. Like we don't see them early at all this year.
I wanted to see them Bombanders early, but I don't see them to week 16.
Don't you got to play in week 16 and 18 and some shit like that?
Yeah.
So that's great when they do that on the schedule, because I mean, like last year, like we had that with the Bills. We had them in week 16 and 18. Like, I freaking hate that.
I don't like it either. I think they could do a way better spread of like spreading out those interconference games. Like they could do better.
Yeah.
Because every team seems to have that type of stretch where they like a game in between playing the same team. It's like, why? Why is it like that? Like you could easily use those 17 weeks to spread out 8 games, bro. It shouldn't be that. I mean, 6 games. It's not that hard.
100%.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, it's a schedule, so I mean, like it
Like
is
the
what
team,
it
the
is.
team that had the best chance of beating us last year, now they don't get a chance to play us till week 16. What if we beat them week 16 and it locks up some shit? Now they don't even get a chance to play us again.
Yeah. But I think what they're hoping is that y'all division gonna be close. So when you do play in week 16, that means something, and then I mean, it's gonna come down to the last week, and then that's gonna mean something. Which I don't know. I mean, the Commanders, if that defense don't get better, I don't necessarily know if they're gonna have the same kind of luck they had last year. And I think a dark horse team is really like in that division. You got 2 dark horses. You got the Cowboys and the Giants. Them 2 teams got with the Giants defensive line and that defense, they got ability to be in a lot of games, and the Cowboys are gonna score points. Now, my question is, can they stop somebody? That's gonna be the question for me. So,
but my JMIK, my team, my fan base so desperate, bro. These motherfuckers in the group chat right now talking about, bro, y'all think we can get Rasul Douglas?
yeah, Rasul didn't. If you talk to a Bills fan, the Bills will tell you that Rasul didn't play good last year.
I didn't like Rasul when he left here. Damn sure don't want him back. I didn't like him when he left. I don't want him back. Shit. I was happy as hell. I was like, oh shit, he gone? Yes. Now they bring him back. No, stop doing that, man. I don't know if anybody else fan base do it, but boy,
Man,
my fan base love to relive with the damn past. Like, what the hell?
I mean, shoot. I mean, how do you think I feel? Like every Patriot player that becomes a free agent that we don't let go, they always want to bring them back. Every last one. Like, so.
Yeah, it's corrupt. But hey, man, we had the hour 57-minute mark. That's gonna be the conclusion of the AFC East. Before we get out of here, Mystic, tell the people where they can find you at, man. I know you host spaces. I think you on the podcast too, ain't you?
No, honestly, I'm just on Spaces. I'm on X for now. You just find me over there. I'm pretty much hosting every day for pretty much the Dolphins community.
Yeah, man,
and what's your
what time y'all start?
Yeah,
I mean, I pretty much between. I'm on Central Time, so it's probably 8 o'clock between 8 and 9 o'clock in the morning. I pretty much have one up every day.
Okay.
All right, so 11 Eastern, right? That's 11 Eastern.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah. I mean, since June not here, you can catch June every morning in the Just Commute. I mean, they be battling out every morning 8 to 10. Just don't ask them no questions about. I mean, Breece Hall. That's all.
Please don't bring up Breece Hall.
I mean, you bring up Breece Hall, boy.
Please do not bring up Breece Hall.
I was hoping he was here. I was gonna ask, but he left so fast. He left so fast. I didn't even look. Right when I was about to ask him a question, he didn't respond. I'm like, June, you there?
Yeah. So I mean, you catch him every morning. I believe it's him and PD on the Just Commute. I mean, it's a it's a good space every morning, man. I mean, it's a soft space that they bring in guests from time to time as well. So
yeah, they usually run 8 to 10, 8 to 11.
Tap in with them, y'all. Next week we got the AFC North coming in.
Well, I guess we're going to the projects.
We going to the slums, you heard me?
We are going to the projects.
Man, we appreciate the AFC East for tapping in. All the people that tapped in the comments, man. Like, comment, subscribe. Come back next week. Enjoy it with us, man. Y'all can talk shit to them too, just like y'all talk shit to each other. Because at the end of the day, it's all 32 teams welcome in here. Hey, Pop, get us up out of here, man.
All right, make sure to follow the YouTube page. Make sure to follow the Twitter page. Join the CheckDown Twitter community. Tap in with us every Saturday at 11:15 Eastern Standard Time, 8 a.m. in the morning. Remember to tell a friend. We'll talk to y'all next week.
We out.